Hello, members of the board. I'm here to present the efficacy of designing and implementing our first ESG, Environmental, Social and Governance Framework. This proposed framework will consolidate our existing effective practices and introduce evidence-based strategies targeted to address the three main strategic challenges facing our organisation: climate change, student and staff wellbeing, and transparency in reporting. By proactively engaging with these areas, the ESG framework will not only enhance our operational effectiveness, but also reinforce our identity as a forward-thinking, values-driven institution. It will position our organisation as a leader in ethical, sustainable, and community-responsive education. As Eccles and Curra's 2018 argue, organisations that embed ESG principles into their core strategy demonstrate greater long-term resilience and stakeholder trust. Furthermore, aligning educational leadership with ESG priorities reflects a commitment to sustainable development and community partnership, which is increasingly recognised as a benchmark of institutional excellence. Currently, the organisation has pockets of productive ESG practices. Through implementing a structured framework, I will be able to apply my study of strategy, governance, and sustainability to develop our first contextual ESG framework, tailored to our organisation's unique needs. In conjunction with my previously studied MBA units, I can see how our organisation could become stronger with long-term ESG focus and forward-looking design, underpinned by embedded practices that emphasise collaboration with the community. As a result of my academic learning and the data I have collected within the organisation, I have drafted a preliminary ESG framework specifically suited to our context. Initial discussions were held with stakeholders. They prompted a thorough exploration of our current practices and highlighted the urgent need for a systemic data collection and analysis. My current workplace challenge lies in consolidating these responsibilities within the constraints of my professional workload. However, I recognise that implementing a coherent ESG model will significantly enhance organisational efficacy, reduce long-term costs, and contribute to the ongoing sustainability of the institution. As both educator and internal stakeholder, I understand the critical importance of developing this framework collaboratively. Incorporating student and community voice will not only strengthen our community relationships, but also position the organisation as a transparent, ethical, and sustainability focused institution. As Clark 2020 notes, integrating sustainability and governance into strategic planning enhances organisational resilience and authenticity, particularly when aligned with inclusive stakeholder engagement. The three most strategic issues that are likely to impact our organisation over the next 5 to 10 years include climate change and environmental responsibility, student and staff wellbeing, and transparency in reporting and communication. These challenges underscore the urgency of embedding a robust ESG strategy that is both future-oriented and community-driven. To reduce the organisation's ecological footprint and educate the community of responsible practices, we can adapt practices from the Triple Bottom Line, elected 1997. Within the correct design, this framework could inspire everyone to consider people, planet, and profit. The organisation would work together to develop consistent and evidence-based environmental practices that would directly support the environment through cutting emissions, encouraging management amongst the community, and embedding a shared environmental stewardship across the entire organisation. The natural capital theory can also be employed in the design, as it asserts that natural resources, air, water, and land, should be accounted for in functional decision making. This practice supports investment in sustainable infrastructure such as energy efficiency and waste reduction. Furthermore, this theory can be used to integrate sustainability within and across curriculum and operations with monitoring and review processes in place. I've also included the acknowledgements in practice in bullet points. Student and staff wellbeing is well known as working very well within our organisation. However, the current political, social, and environmental climate has contributed to rising levels of depression, stress, and anxiety, alongside a notable decline in overall life satisfaction and happiness globally. Helliwell, Huang, and Wang, 2023. As a result, the organisation needs to address the shift in wellbeing and how it can support its students and staff beyond the standard specifications. In reviewing student and staff wellbeing, there are several theories that can be used in designing time-relevant strategies in our ESG framework. The stakeholder theory, Freeman 1984, is an appropriate theory as it highlights that all stakeholders, not just certain groups, matter. This includes all students, families, staff, and the wider college community. Promoting wellbeing and inclusion ensures that all stakeholders are aware of their needs and requests. The social capital theory is useful in this context as it demonstrates the significance of social networks and reciprocated trust. A focus on belonging, inclusion, and well-being would continue to strengthen the organisation's internal community, increasing resilience and improving student outcomes. The UN Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, United Nations 2015, are appropriate to our situation, especially SDG 4, quality education, and SDG 10, reduced inequalities, UN 2015, as these support Catholic values-based education and focus on dignity and social justice. Acknowledgements in practice follow. Transparency and reporting. A leading example of ESG best practice is with Unilever, a multinational company. Former CEO Paul Polman aligned Unilever's decision-making processes with a sustainable living plan, Marketplace 2006, prioritizing long-term sustainability over short-term profits. This approach developed stakeholder trust and demonstrated clear accountability processes for united reporting and measurable sustainability targets. I'd recommend that we use this example to move forward with purpose. Please acknowledge there are acknowledgements in practice. Upon reflection, this unit has significantly strengthened my understanding of leadership and further developed my self-awareness regarding my own leadership style. I currently engage with 2 professional development plans. The first is contextually aligned with my organisation's strategic priorities and foundational pillars, ensuring that my leadership growth is responsive to a system-level direction. The second, developed in collaboration with a professional career coach, supports broader career aspirations that extend beyond the boundaries of my current workplace and promote long-term leadership capacity building. The MBA program, and this unit in particular, has been the most impactful professional development experience I've undertaken. It has expanded my understanding across key domains, including leadership theory, organisational management, strategic thinking, and evidence-informed planning. This has markedly enhanced both my self-efficacy and professional confidence. Importantly, the unit has underscored the critical role of a reflective practice in leadership development. As highlighted by Sean, 1983, reflective practice enables leaders to learn from experience and adapt their behaviour in complex, real-world contexts. Despite its importance, structured time for reflection remains underemphasized in many professional settings, yet it is essential for adaptive and ethical decision-making. Goldman, Boyatz, and McKee, 2013. An additional insight through this unit has been the value of strategy, governance, and sustainability as a foundational framework for effective leadership. Understanding the interconnection between these 3 pillars is vital in navigating complex organizational environments. Strategy provides a clear direction and measurable goals. Governance ensures ethical oversight, transparency, and accountability. And sustainability embeds long-term thinking and responsibility to broader stakeholders, including the environment and future generations. As noted by Clark 2020, integrating SGS principles into leadership practice not only emphasises organisational resilience, but also fosters trust and legitimacy in the eyes of both internal and external stakeholders. Engaging with the SGS framework has deepened my appreciation of the responsibility modern leaders carry, not just to deliver outcomes, but to do so ethically, inclusively, and with foresight. This understanding has reinforced the importance of aligning personal leadership practices with broader organisational and societal imperatives. With only 3 units remaining in this program, I am approaching its completion with a renewed sense of clarity and purpose. I will soon be seeking new professional opportunities that provide expanded responsibilities and allow me to apply these insights in roles of greater strategic influence. Thank you.